Welcome, guys, to my show. This is Kyle Spirides here, and I've got Caitlin joining me. Welcome, Caitlin. Thanks for joining. How are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. How's your day been? Had a good day so far?
Really nice.
Yeah. Good couple photos and whatnot. Yeah. So, you teach meditation. Could you basically tell me how you got into teaching meditation, or what your journey was?
Well, I started out with yoga.
Okay, yes.
And then found out that my grandma was a yoga teacher. So that
Wow.
sort of inspired me a bit to start teaching it.
You found out after you started yoga?
I started practicing when I was 15.
Okay, wow. Yeah.
And then found out grandma was my mum's mum.
Yes.
And that's pretty progressive, as her doctor recommended her to try yoga.
Wow.
Because she
Back
was,
then.
Yeah, back then. And then she started teaching just at the in New Zealand, small little one teacher school.
Okay,
and
good.
then, so I started teaching yoga just to friends and family, and then sort of taking classes, and then got my confidence, and then started enjoying it. And then I think meditation was always like running through.
Yeah.
It was like in the background, or it would be a part of it in some way.
Yes.
But then it just became stronger and more of a space just to be. So you get that movement from the yoga. And you get that space in your body. You can get that through that presence.
Yes.
In meditation as well.
Yeah.
So I really got a lot out of the experience. Sort of, for me personally, I wanted to share it with those around me.
And what do you do now? You do yoga teaching and meditation teaching?
So I'm sort of moving away from the yoga and moving more into meditation.
Nice.
So I was doing a few privates and a few group sessions.
Okay.
And now I've been taking it into the city, so doing corporate meditation.
Yes, where it's needed most?
Yes, it is needed most. And I would also like to take it into schools eventually, or do some sort of programs like that.
Yes.
But
yeah, definitely. I think teenagers, I think for most people, it's a tough time. Or, like when you're at school and you're going through that and all eyes on you and you're kind of nervous, and to have a bit of pressure.
Progression, any time you're going through a change or anything like definitely that teenage. I would have loved to.
Yeah, you would have loved it, But you found it when you were 15.
I did. That was the yoga, which is, I find, it would have been nice just to know that you can just sit and just be through a practice of holding presence through your breath, or holding presence through a mantra, or whatever the practice is for you, which is in essence the yoga itself as well on your body.
Did you have any sort of challenges that kind of you overcome that led you into yoga or led you into meditation, or kind of maybe an aha moment where you're like, I've got to break away from this and I need to follow my passion or my path towards?
I think the interesting thing for me, probably because I started so young, it was always there in the background. So no matter whether I was being healthy or unhealthy or good or bad, all the judgments that we have, or the polarities, it was always there for me, and I knew that it was there.
Yes. So you just had to tap into it.
Yeah. So it was like a support, but then it would flow through my life. So it's like I say, instead of trying to give up something, stop doing that, that's bad, all those judgments, it's like fill your life with more. So it's like eating healthy instead of stop eating this, don't eat that, can't eat that. You feel like you've got nothing on your plate. It's like fill it with the joy of this food, the joy of that food. The same with meditation. You're not, don't do this, it's bad for you, don't think that, don't. It's more fill it up with something, the joy of your breath, the joy of how actually good our body can feel, and the experiences that we want to focus on, just putting our attention to that, and the practice through meditation that we can do that. So for me, I wouldn't say, I found really difficult times in my life, but I wouldn't say there was like one point. It was more like a flow,
and
always a guidance there, which is nice.
Yeah, that's good.
It felt like it was always
there.
So
I find that interesting, because when you say don't, you kind of give power. You can, a lot of people believe you can give power to that. So you say, I'm not going to this, I'm not going to do that, and it builds it up. So I'm being naughty, but I'll just do this, or it's a huge deal, where it's a lot easier to just add I'm going to have nicer food. I'm going to have, I'm going to do 5 minutes of meditation if I can muster it, or, and slowly building it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like instead of like taking away a toy from a child, you're giving it another toy. It's like
Yes.
just the difference name of it is that like giving ourselves something, giving ourselves space as opposed to don't do this, don't do that. And
Yeah.
a lot of people talk about the hole that we have inside, like we fill it with addictions.
Yes.
And addiction can be drugs, alcohol, whatever it is. It can be addiction to any sort of stimulation, and
Yes.
that can even be exercise, and that's a good thing. So,
Yeah.
so it's more just filling ourselves with
Yeah.
something that is coming from a good place. So we're exercising to love ourselves, not
Yep.
to punish ourselves. We're eating well to not deprive ourselves of something else, but to nourish us. So in that meditation practice, it's not about don't think, don't do this, don't be depressed, don't be overexcited. It's giving yourself full presence to be and experience all those emotions, and then through that practice they simmer down, and you can have that underlying presence, that inner witness, that you have a bit more space between things, so we don't get attached to
Yes.
external experiences. So a lot of people say that everything, there's so many beautiful masters that I've read into the practice of meditation, they say that everything that you need is within, and that can be, first thing you hear, it's like, well, that's a bit silly, there's no food in me, there's no this in me, there's no stimulation, but it's that idea, once you connect with that inner self, everything else flows from that.
Yes.
And then you can understand that concept at a deeper level, the more that you dive into yourself and you get to know yourself and connect with yourself, accept yourself, understand yourself, and then those things, self-sabotage and judging ourselves and hating and punishing ourselves, sort of drop away. It just, they melt away. So
Yes.
it's not about trying to throw them away.
There's no more hold on that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I think I align a lot with those sort of beliefs, and I think being able to just sit down, and because we're going about our days so fast that we don't actually give those thoughts, like that instant anger, we give it a little bit of time and a little bit. But if we sit with them and we kind of, like what you're saying, let them simmer.
Sit with them like a friend. Like
Yes.
You're not pushing them away. You're giving them something, but you're not letting them control you either.
Yes.
It's like the ego or the false self or the anger is like this dragon.
Yeah.
So the dragon can breathe fire and kill everything. So you don't kill the dragon.
Yeah.
But you learn to tame it. So when it's needed, you can stand up for yourself, be angry. But that's necessary in some aspects.
Definitely.
But you're in control of the way. Like it's not.
Yeah.
So you don't kill it and you don't let it be in control of it. It's that friend.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah. No, I like that. Well, it's another, like what you were talking about there, it reminded me of another, I guess, idea that we are remembering, we're not necessarily learning. So we have, the knowledge, we have these things within us. Yeah, and so that's why sometimes you can get kids that are amazing at something that, or they're gifted at something that they didn't even know. But it's like we have it internally, and it's just about expressing it, And I think that's a very interesting thought, rather than I'm empty, I need to learn, I need to fill myself up, whereas I'm remembering things that I know deep within me, and that's, I guess, similar to what you were speaking about. Yeah.
So that consciousness, you're tapping back into that collective consciousness.
Yes.
And I think that is within us. And also in that, it's like letting go of the things that are blocking us.
Yes.
As opposed to trying to get something. So that which you seek is already seeking you. If you don't sit back and don't do anything, but you don't have to push and challenge too much.
Yes.
It's being open to it and then stepping forward.
Yep. What would you say is, like, I guess, you obviously learned a lot as you went along. What's a great lesson, or, something that you, I guess, really touched you inside, or like you were like, wow, that's a really good, piece of advice, or, that's really steered me, in a certain way, whether it's yoga or meditation.
There is a beautiful quote that I might not
No, that's
remember
okay.
properly.
That's right.
Lao Tzu says, on the topic of love, seek for it. We simply have to seek inside of ourselves and look at all the barriers and blocks that we put up and let those go. Because that love is already there.
Yes.
Already outside. I
Yeah.
haven't quoted it correctly, but
No, that's right.
it's along those lines.
Yes. Yeah. So like we already have it inside us. Yeah.
And it's also out there. We're just blocking our connection to it.
Yes,
It's not
yeah.
about seeking for love. It's like trying to get it, pulling it, pushing it. It's about just letting go of those blocks that we so desperately wanted, but there's two blocks there, and it always keeps
Yeah.
us that keeps blocking.
Yeah, exactly. Us of receiving it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
That's right. What do you have coming up, or what are you looking forward to? Anything you're excited about? Plans ahead?
Probably taking a few more corporate sessions, maybe some school programs.
Yes.
Yeah, I really love sharing meditations.
Yes. Just keep sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Where can my audience find out more about you?
I do have a website. If you go onto my Instagram page, which is just Caitlin Farron, then it has all the links there and anything I'm up to on Instagram. Or, send me a message and I can hopefully help you with your meditation practice.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you for that.
Thanks so much.
And as you've given all that, we would like to give something back to you. So we're going to give something that's going to fill you up, stomach-wise, not necessarily spiritually, maybe as well. But here you go.
That's so beautiful.
No worries.
That's amazing. Thank you so
That's
much.
all right. All the goodness can fill you up with.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love it.
No worries. Thank you.